All right, how are we? What weapon did you use, Toad? Did you not use Arzuros? Arzuros is so good. What armor am I using in 4U? Velocidrome armor is banned. Can I use Kutku? Iron Hunting Horn to Arzuros. It's so good. 190 raw, blue sharpness, attack up. Like, it's actually competitive against Bracky until, like, you get the final upgrade on Bracky. Certainly when you get it, it should be strong. I mean, Longsword still felt stronger, but... Hole guy showed my hole is still not fixed. It's kind of depressing. I'm just waiting, waiting for the insurance to tell me what they're going to cover. Hammer and 3U? It's been a long time since I've done Hammer and 3U, I think. I was planning on doing Hammer and 3U, but I decided to mix it up. My title is Perfection. 3U and 4U are some of the best monster games ever created. Happens with age. Let's, there's like chipmunks going to war outside, I swear to God. 3 hours away from my Gunlance time. Can I do it? We'll see. Forgot to pull up the key quests. I mean, we've got everything we need done. Like, we've got you dodge an Ergon Roar without evasion. Feels nice when that happens. I think we need to do a Dormbaros. How am I today? I woke up and I felt kind of sick. And then I watched some anime. And I started to cough real bad. So I might be sick. I might have like a little cold or something. I don't think it's coronavirus. But I might get a little ill. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. What anime? I'm watching your boy Kongbing. Love that. Love that anime. I would watch it every Thursday morning, except it comes out Thursday afternoon. And I enjoy watching morning. You never leave the house? I left the house yesterday. I had to return a package to UPS. Or, yeah, it was UPS. And I got 2 Big Macs. Do you dance to the intro? Dude, I vibe. I vibe, like, real good to that. You're not a morber? I morbed twice 2 nights ago. Julian Carter, hello. The anime of the Chinese philosopher in the modern world? Yeah. His name is Kongming. It's cute. I recommend it. It's really good. 2 Big Macs. I used a coupon. I got one, and I got one free. I had a Big Mac. I had some beans. And I had a hot dog. Why is Brachydios the flagship, but Azure Rathalos is on the cover? I think they thought Azure Rathalos was more marketable. I honestly think that's what it was. Like, people love Azure. People love dragons. Big Mac and beans. Am I British? I eat beans all the time, man. I eat beans like 3 to 4 times a week. Good morning, Kulik, guys. It's not like a bit. I think some people think it's like a bit. It's not a bit. Bean Boy? I'll put my Bean Boy beans on your face. That's not true. We got Tigrex and Nargacuga for 2nd gen as flagships. You ate Sriracha and Hoisin? I didn't really, like, use a lot of Sriracha for my pho. But I definitely use a lot of hoisin. You hate Bracky? You know, I've never really felt... like I really enjoyed fight against Bracky. What's on my shirt? Hold on, let me pull up the camera seat. Whoa! We are not doing a speed run. This is a t-shirt I won at one of the PAXs I went to. It is about a video game called The Culling, which came out before Fortnite, or I think PUBG. And when it first came out, I enjoyed it. But I went twice to PAX. I went more than twice to PAX. And both times I went, they had like little tournaments going on where you like would play against everyone. And both times I played, I won. I killed everyone and I got the t-shirt. I've never actually seen like a video game company make more bad, like sequentially bad decisions on developing their video game, like in a row, than what happened with The Culling. Like, it's actually amazing. So, I mean, The Culling 2 was not a good game, obviously. Really bad game. But even before The Culling 2 came out, like, they systematically ended up killing their own game. Like The Culling 1 was like already dead because they made a bunch of terrible balancing decisions. It was very strange. I've never seen it. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, there was definitely some videos out there, and like there's been some good Reddit posts and stuff like that talking about like when the game was good and when the game was bad. It was fun when it came out. I mean, I think I actually paid money for it. I don't think it was originally free to play. I think I paid whatever $10 or something to play it. Like, and I didn't regret it. Like, I had a fun time. I played it with my brother. It was great. Land in a little box. Get melee weapons and other stuff. You know, set up traps and stuff. You kill other people, you know? It was interesting. I mean, I still don't know that there's really a melee battle royale out there that's ever as good as how the game felt when it first came out. If bonus damage is done to a broken hump, it is very hard. Think Valve is going to do something with Team Fortress 2 that they figure out the password for the Twitter account? No. Well, maybe, but probably not. You know, I met a bunch of the devs. Obviously, I kept going to their booth at PAX, and like, you know, there were some good guys there. You know, and the guy that did the voice acting for the announcer, I think he did a really good job. I think he was funny and some good voice lines and stuff like that. The combat was okay. It had a good rock paper scissors sort of flow to the melee combat, so it was accessible, but at the same time, like, you had to be a little bit strategic in terms of what you did. But over time, they just like completely killed the balance. They made everything feel bad. I think they actually, in fact, got rid of the rock, paper, scissors balance eventually. Did I get an offer for roller champions? I don't even really look at my Twitch bounty board anymore. Because it's like, it's not enough for me to even like care. I mean, it's not nothing. It's just like, I don't know. I can't be bothered. I should probably do it. It's not all NFT games. And I mean, the funny thing about NFTs is apparently a Ni no Kuni MMO came out with like, you know, NFT integration. And like, I was pretty sure this was gonna happen, where like stuff was gonna start getting brought up in development. And they were gonna have like NFTs like built into it, and then like the NFT thing was just gonna die, like really die publicly and really bad. So, I mean, that did end up happening. And now, like, now we're seeing it, which is a bit of a shame because, you know, the Ni no Kuni MMO has got some pretty interesting looking artwork. It's got, like, real Ghibli creators. I wouldn't be surprised if within 6 months they announced that they've actually removed the NFTs from it in an attempt to try and get people to go over there. But, you know, I don't really know. You know, I don't know what it's like when you make an MMO and it's dead on arrival. I mean, unless you have a turnaround like Square Enix did with Final Fantasy XIV, normally I think they just die. The whole thing just dies. No, I mean, you know, in the announcement yesterday's Ravius, they were saying, like, we're still committed to NFTs. So it's going to be a while before their delusions go away. I mean, look, I'm sure there is a very small handful of people who have worked the scam well enough to make money off of NFTs. I'm sure that exists to a very small point. But I don't think I've ever seen an entire spectrum of a community of people rally so hard as everybody who plays video games in terms of hating cryptocurrency. Like, I've never seen it. Because there's, like, you know, in despite the fact that video game people all like video games, there's usually, like, you've got, like, political divisions, you know, all sorts of things that can divide us. But, you know, cryptocurrency and NFTs, man, everyone can agree that sucks. It's amazing. Happy Friday to you, John. It's crazy. "14 and Sonic movie examples of how studios can recover their products by listening to their audience." Yeah, it's a pretty good point. Yeah. People think the Sonic movie thing was on purpose to draw no popularity. I mean, I think some people thought it was so bad that it must have been done on purpose. We'll see. It's only a matter of time before we see more NFT games coming out and the developers just go like, I mean, the weird thing is, like, when you think about an MMO or any video game that has, like, a persistent online database, like, in a way, like, you've already got a non-fungible character or whatever, a permanent digital thing. You don't need any blockchain. It's just a video game. It's just a check mark. Like, you don't even really own it. You're leasing it. All right, you're gonna own your Ultimate Online character forever, but what does it matter if those servers go down? It's bizarre, man. Company who made the Sonic fix go bankrupt? I mean, I don't know, dude. Hollywood does all sorts of weird things. Gacha characters are like NFTs. There's a lot of stuff already like that. Except you don't need blockchain to do it. Just handle the assets on your own. Blockchain isn't even secure. As we've seen. I really like this version of Hunter War, guys. I always say this all the time. I like this. You leaving? You know, gacha games in general have been threading a line for a while. In terms of some people really, really hating them. And, like, I get it. It's the difference between 4U and 3U horn. 4U gets a double note. Otherwise, I think they're the same. Carve your tail, please. Carve your tail, please. You can demonstrate the boogie hunters do with the neutral recital stance. I'm actually in love with, like, every attack animation in Monster Hunter in general. Just in general. Because, like, you can clearly see everything. Obviously, it's not super realistic, but it still technically looks like something that's grounded in reality. Did I do this before? Yes. We are doing it again. This is not the first time I've done this. This will not be the last time I do this. We're making even better time, though. For whatever it's worth. I love it. I love the motion capture. I certainly wasn't going to try and fit another All Monsters run before Sunbreak. Almost 1 month away. Seems like there's going to be a big Capcom event this summer, guys. Did everybody see that post? I'm not sure if that was official. You do what I want, I'm proud of you no matter what. I don't know that that's... Thank you. Is that like unconditional love? I don't know, it was in the Discord. It was a Twitter post. Trusting Roberto? Who is that guy? Is that just some random guy? Was that not an official? Was that not official? It looked pretty official. Alright, never mind that. I'm a liar. Trusting Roberto? Roberto is just Roberto? Who the hell's Roberto? Had Dragma on the list, so probably fake. They might re-release it. I could see a re-release. A re-release with like better lighting and stuff like that. 4K textures. I'm not necessarily counting on like a Dragma 2. I mean, it's possible. It's possible they announced that Dragma 2 is being worked on. The thing is like Capcom usually doesn't like tease things years in advance. Your Dragman's Dogma save corrupted yesterday? I'm so sorry to hear that. Are there any backups? Thank you for the 15 minutes of stream. You're welcome. How many KOs is that? 4? Mox up. How well does Steam preserve things in the cloud anyways? He's gonna go eat. I'm gonna let him do that. I'm gonna carve his tail. Well, if we go by the time that I've spent on every other monster, it should be about like 5 minutes more? Things have been taking like 20 minutes. Steam had already propagated the corrupted save to all countries' clouds within 15 minutes. Steam, wait, no! I'm gonna do this without headphones. Damn it. Oh, you had a manual from 3 days prior? Smart. I should probably be wearing headphones. I just don't really want to. You going earplugs in for you? No. At least I wasn't planning on it. Somebody told me I shouldn't use Velociprey armor. But I kind of want Velociprey armor. We could wait. We can try and, like, rough it until we fight Rathalos and Tigrex. I like the designs on those armors a lot better, so maybe I'll just do that. Is the Hunter armor any good in 4U? Or alloy armor? Stuff you can buy? I would be so happy if they actually took the next Monster Hunter art design for the stories. I'm not going Jaggy smart. It's not... I would say it's smart. But at the same time, it's like, it's not like I'm gonna like really need that damage boost. It makes the game too easy. What if I then just make Rathalos and Tigrex armor later on? How would you feel then? Which monster is this? This is Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. It's the Wii U version, and it is being emulated off of CMU at 4K with the OpenGL renderer. Quick question for stream, since I'm done. How does one start with light bowgun? Do you have to gather ammo? Normally just buy normal 2. Normal 2 is really cheap. And then in longer fights, you can usually buy normal huskberries and needleberries. Even early games, like, I don't know that there's a game that's out there that doesn't give you access to normal 2. Like, I think even, like, Monster Hunter 1, you could buy normal 2. Everyone always thinks it's too expensive to play bowgun, but normal 2 is cheap. Huskberries and needleberries are cheap. And there's few monsters in the game that you can't beat with just normal 2. You have to get some pretty advanced fights. But even then, you know, you could usually bring a sack of normal 3s, maybe Pierce 1s. There are solutions. It depends on the game, like, and the monster. Like, normal 2 and Pierce 1 were generally very powerful shots. And you would kind of, depending on the range and the, like, body type of the monster, you do one or the other. Well, in modern Monster Hunter in Master Rank, you know, you have a lot of choices. The easy brain dead options are sticky and slicing. Normal and spread and pierce are all like relatively okay in Rise, but it feels like you're doing a lot more work for less damage. The new switch skill might change that though. The switch skill that like gives you more damage the closer you are to the monster. Hopefully it'll be enough to make it so sticky and slicing aren't the best shot choice for higher damage anymore. I mean, if you really want to turn your brain off, I mean, those are good choices. Yeah, so he's got a lot of life, man. I did it. I'm very happy. Might farm high-rank Azurus Horn and Oregon Horn simultaneously since the Oregon Horn seems nice. Does it have attack up? Is it like the same raw, just like fire? Dual times fire heavy light bowgunning this monster. It's got pretty good fire hit zones. Bowgun in general gets like a little bit of a privilege because you can try and get the hump. Back up large in G rank? Well, that makes sense then. Did I even use, like... I used 4 Mega. Heard about sticky slicing? Is there a situation you're supposed to use one over the other? Depends on the hit zone on the monster. If they've got really good cutting hit zones, slicing is probably a little bit better. If they don't have a very good head hit zone, then you just use sticky. If they also don't have a ton of life, but they have high damage resistance, sticky's going to keep them on the ground a lot more consistently. Slicing, in general, will probably end up doing more damage. Did you make the crow pecker honk? No. You're wearing the wrong mask, buddy. You know what? I'll let you keep it. Does he want something for the honey thing? I don't really care. Go to light Logan for sticky and rise. Well, I think I use Rajang for sticky for heavy bowgun. I don't know if it's the same for light bowgun. Do I have any thoughts on robo-advisor or robo-investing? That sounds very much like you could get scammed. There's been a decent amount of lawsuits recently, I think, about robo-advisors and some guy telling people he was doing robo-investing, but it just ended up being a pyramid scheme. The safest investing that you can do is making sure to do your own research and put money into a reputable index fund, something like that's provided by Vanguard. Rob's investing is unmanaged Vanguard ETFs with low management fees. Why don't you just buy the Vanguard yourself?
TreyDog333 just resubscribed for 17 months.
Like, why do you need somebody else to do it for you? TreyDog, thank you for the 17 months. Like, I put a whole bunch of money into VGT, and I'm currently down significantly. It does tax loss harvesting and rebalances automatically, but like, why would you, like, what does it matter one way or another whether you actualize a loss or you actualize a gain? Can you use a Vomgla, can you use like a VPN? That confuses me. I don't understand that. I want to understand. Any guesses on when we'll get news on World 2? Game Awards at the very earliest. I like how everybody's excited. But like, I don't understand why you would go out of your way to take a loss to pay lower taxes. I don't understand. Maybe I'm missing something. What does Monster Hunter World look like? A game from 2009. You're in a coma and we're trying to wake you up. Your family misses you. Flow bead? No. Yeah, I'm just not wearing headphones. Like, there's plenty of ways to invest money in a way that you could reduce your taxable income. But I don't think you have to go out of your way to invest it and then take a loss. That just, I mean, that almost sounds I don't know. That sounds like somebody might be trying to take advantage of someone else, but I just can't. I'm not... I guess I'm just not... I'm not big brain enough. You sell a stock that lost value and buy an equivalent value stock, but you lost money. And granted, you can use that money as a tax write-off to minimize capital gains, but like, why are you realizing capital gains when you could just like keep investing in things that you think will get you money? I mean, I understand if you want to rebalance your portfolio if you feel like it's become unbalanced, but at the same time, like, I don't know. So you can realize it within the tax. I mean, I guess if you need the money, but it's, like I said, I'm maybe just not big brain enough to get it. It's a thing people do. I guess if you're the sort of person that does day trading, I don't feel like I'm either smart enough or talented enough or lucky enough or connected enough to make money day trading. So I just put money into VGT and capital. Those are the two stocks I invest in the most. I've got some other things from some other retirement accounts that are more or less automatically managed, but they're all in tax accounts, so they don't, when they rebalance, I don't get charged any money for that. Are you actively withdrawing money from your investments to live off of, like on a regular basis? Zinogre is cool. I love Zinogre. Yeah, I mean, if you're just looking to invest money on the side, you know, I mean, you don't need somebody else to tell you what to put your money into necessarily. It's down really bad right now, but in general, VGT does great. Everything's gonna suck for a while, though, apparently, other than Capcom. That's the way I look at everything. Favorite non-Elder Invisible. I really like the Devil Joe fight. I also really like Lucent Narga. Yeah, no, I mean, things are down now. I mean, this is a great time to put money in. Robo-advisors charge 0.25%. I mean, or you could just pay nothing. I pay nothing. I bought VGT and I just have it. It's just in my brokerage account. Yeah, no, I agree. Active advisors are like mega scam. Like, I'm just saying, you could pay 0%. That's what I do. I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess you can go into SPY. I mean, I would, SPY is like maybe, in a way, the safest thing ever, because if that's ever down forever, society has ended. But I think for the most part, unless you're getting very close to retirement, you could do enough research to find an index fund that feels like it makes sense to you. Buy Vanguard directly, you have to put a minimum of 50,000 in. That's not true. You can set up an account on Charles Schwab today, have it funded by tomorrow, and have whatever individual selections of Vanguard stock you want. Maybe if you open up an account directly with Vanguard, but you could definitely buy VGT as well as a number of other stock tickers. I know because I have them. Like I said, they're doing Enos right now, but I think they'll do better. I mean, now would be a great time to buy it. That would be awesome. I'm down on it right now. TD Ameritrade, not Schwab. I mean, I don't know. Half of one, dozen of the other. There's nothing wrong with... I don't have any fees. I think I pay, what, $5 a trade with Schwab? Maybe TD is free, I don't know. But you get free currency exchanges and ATM withdrawals anywhere in the world. That's kind of cool. I'm sure they're both. If you're not day trading, it should be insignificant. Just busting my balls? I'll bust my balls somewhere. That's for damn sure. In either case, you will be way better off than paying somebody to manage your money for you. You know, money management is for people that don't want to do the research or just can't figure it out no matter what. There's like, even the best deal is still not going to be a good deal. I mean, you say no management fee, so you can do little bits at a time. I mean, but like, how often are you putting money in? Are you putting money in every week? Are you putting money in every month? Putting money in every day? I guess if you're putting money in every day, it might be nice. I don't know. I don't want people to start flipping out on me and calling me bougie, but I usually put in thousands at a time, so. And then I don't worry about it, because it's purchased. Sorry. See, this, I feel like I was like set up. I'm being set up right now. You should not be investing $100 at a time. This is not financial advice. I'm not a fiduciary. God, this is a cool fight. Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to make sure that you've got plenty of money in savings for if something bad happens, an unexpected expense. This is a terrible non-defensive measure against trying not to be called bougie. Well, look, if anybody has any advice, I am not a fiduciary. I'm not a stock professional. I'm nothing. I'm none of those things. But I will tell you what I know. And I think we may have helped one person today. So you know what? It was worth it. Woo! It's got obliterated there. That's a very powerful attack, by the way. It may not look powerful, but it is. Sitting on couch number 6, give you advice on money management. Worth it, actually. You're rich, so I trust your financial advice. I'm not rich. Vanguard is pretty common and good advice. I mean, it's definitely not like that. Well, fighting him with evasion +1 is so comfy. I would say the main thing is before you start thinking heavily about investing is like, take a good look about how much money that you have currently on your credit card balances and trying to pay those down first. You know, you have the possibility of earning maybe up to 10 or 15% on a real banner year in stocks, or guaranteed like 18% for credit cards usually. Gotta get rid of those first. Student loan debt is a little bit strange because, like, it's a tax write-off, usually only around 8%. What's it doing? What is that walk? Is that like an exhausted, like, zone transition? That's weird. It's really cool seeing him jump down. Debt snowball trying to knock down credit card debt. I'd say that, I mean, look, I mean, you know, take it for whatever the hell you want. That's the more important thing than investing. Not that investing is not important. And if your employer offers like matching money, then in that case, that complicates things a little bit more, but in a good way. Exhausted Zenogre is actually kind of scary. Keeps trying to bite me. Yeah, I mean, in that case, then I'd say just focus on getting down to 0 credit card debt, or just, I guess in general, 0 high interest debt. I don't know if you got like a car loan. Some of those get pretty high. I mean, I've seen people pay 18% on a car loan. I think one time I saw somebody somehow was paying 21% on an auto loan. Which I think is illegal, but I think, whatever, the company must have found a way to pull it off. There were years in United States history, Ed, where the average American had a negative savings rate. As in, they just like borrowed on credit cards more than they saved. Like they literally saved. I don't know if there's like another name for that. I kind of want to like make. Like make a state. That was a good idea. Debt servicing is very profitable though. Credit cards, credit card companies, stuff like that make a ton of money. He's already dying. That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna try and do it again. No audio. Gotta stare.
So tasty.
Wish Modern Monster still had such forgiving hitboxes on weapons. The Super Pound is pretty blessed. Is this Arzuros Horn? It is. Weapon I'm going to use for 4U. I was thinking of doing Longsword, because I don't think I've ever done Longsword in 4U before. People always say it's weak in that game. I highly doubt that, by the way. Guess I should have seen that. Oh, God. See ya. Has Longsword ever been weak in its entire existence? Not really. It's been hard to make in some games, but I don't think it's ever technically been weak. Yeah, the interesting thing about 3U is things just feel like they've got a lot of life. So, like, fights actually go on for a little while. It's just satisfying in the sense like you actually get to fight the monster. Oh. Oh. G rank for sure feels like a slog. Like, you really got to start using more and more of the degenerate weapons and strategies to get things down to like the 15-minute mark. I mean, I did it. I soloed everything with Switch Axe. It was alright. It was something. I can't believe I did it recently, but I know I did. The VODs are out there somewhere. I'm assuming it must have taken a little while. 4U server's still up? The Freedom Unite servers are still up. The Freedom servers are still up. Almost done with 4U G rank solo. Is 3U that much worse? I mean, things just have a lot of life. May I buy your child yet? Kayamba? Cha-cha? Solo Lucent Narga wasn't bad. The hardest fight solo was Hollow Gen Moran. Nuzcraft, thank you. Hollow Gen was the biggest struggle. I didn't even really struggle all that much on Solo Lucent. I was actually getting used to the underwater iframes. And it was on like native, it was like the actual console too. I think I wanted the option to do 4-point formation if I needed it. It's G rank needed for credits here. High rank villages. That's where we are right now. No G rank. The only master rank that we're gonna see is master rank in Iceborne. Otherwise, it just doesn't, it's not necessary for any credits. I guess that's kind of a cool part about World is the master ranks required. It's a bit different than a lot of the other games, I guess. I mean, high rank 4U village is good. You get some glimpses of G rank, but not real G rank. Guess we'll do Narga. This should be a fun fight. With Evasion and Hunting Horn. I'm gonna slay Dodogama. Sign a required quest. I'll probably drop rocks on his head. I will almost definitely drop rocks on his head. You want me to beat the heck out of Dodogama? I mean, I think I might take the world run up to Fatalis. I think we're going to have time with, like, how quickly I'm going through things. What weapon for world? I was thinking about that today. Maybe hammer, maybe greatsword. Maybe switch axe. It's probably going to be one of those three. Will we see high tech at some point? The weird thing is bitter, better, best is like we see different technology between mantles, clutch claw, and slingers, but time-wise, we haven't been moving like hundreds of years through society. Switch axe would be cooler in Rise. I was thinking of doing bow, arrow only in Rise. What do you think about that? Why is he in rage? What is he looking for? Bow is a bow gun without a gun? I was gonna do arrow only. Just stab things with the arrow. That was the plan. I mean, it's only up through Magnum Ball. It's not going to be like hard. Am I serious? It's not even really that unideal. Yeah, I mean, you think I'm gonna struggle? Guess I need a little bit more evasion. You get dodge bolt before Magnum Molo? No, I don't think so. Maybe you could. Maybe you do. Honestly, I have no idea. I can't remember. I mean, dodge bolt would be nice, but again, I don't need it. I mean, Switch X is amazing for Rise. There's no question about that. It's just, the run is like 2 hours at most. So it's just gonna blink and you'll miss it. trying to time that evade and I got locked out of it. That's sad. And a little embarrassing. Gonna beat up Fatalis and Iceborne? Why not beat up Narwa and Rise? Technically, there's no credits. Also, that would involve me playing a lot more Rise. How am I doing? Doing okay. I thought I was getting a little sick, but I'm feeling alright now, I guess. Ever see Politics Society come into play? If you count it as canon, we got a decent amount of that in Monster Hunter Stories. They talk about it a little bit. Actually, in this game, they talk about it a little bit. They discuss what would happen if you got kicked out of the guild. Working hunting on a rework for Rise? I would be very happy with just performance with iframes on it, but I understand if you're doing something more complicated. You forgot about Stories? It doesn't feel like it's canon, but they insist that it is, so I don't know what to tell you. It's very bizarre. Making bigger melodies? Deserved. Isn't the guild canonically kill people? What? You hate the combat? I think Stories 1 is great combat. I think Stories 2 is baby combat. Have you seen Legends of the Guild? Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was supposed to be like a 4-part series. It's a shame we only got one. Quest Lady in Monster Hunter 1 kills people? Excuse me? She talks about that? That's terrifying. Stories 1 I liked because the little bit of RNG that was involved in selecting what you were going to do in the rock, paper, scissors made it so like you had the strong choice, and then you had the safe choice. You can go back and forth. Trip Saracen mean the shock traps? He is. Does it touch on guild politics there? A little bit, but not really. If there was a part 2, it would probably go into guild politics quite a bit. The ruling bodies in the world? Allegedly, there are competing civilizations that have like real wars and stuff like that. I could see it being interesting, and at the same time, I could also see anything that you can imagine will likely end up being better than what we would get. Okay, Monster Hunter World is post-apocalyptic. I mean, there was definitely advanced civilizations before Monster Hunter. But, I mean, it's a little bit of a mystery what happened there. I think the mystery is a good thing. You'll probably get a good amount of politics in Sunbreak, to be honest. It's like a whole kingdom with, like, royalty and stuff like that, so. I'm sure they'll have something about it. The guild having a hunting monopoly is crazy. Need order, man. guild, a ruling body for who is allowed to hunt and what. They're associated with like the licenses you get and who you're allowed to do business with and whatnot. In this game specifically, you know, when you're about to do your SDShepard Urgent, the Moga Sweetheart comments on how if you get kicked out of the guild, you know, you won't be able to get officially paid for anything. You won't be able to get your weapons repaired. You won't be able to buy anything. You'll be completely on your own. So, in that regard, if you want to be a part of society, and be a hunter, you need to be a part of the guild. It's not to say that you couldn't do some of that stuff on your own, but it would be very inconvenient. Hunting without being part of a guild to be illegal? Absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, if you're already living a life of crime, who cares, right? It's, I mean, you know, there's absolutely black markets for things. See the next game having some village building stuff. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. Woo! Anything about Magnet Spike? Like in what way? I think it's an unrealistic weapon that was added at the end of a lifespan of an MMO that was used to get people to want to play it. That is also overpowered. What do you want me to say about it? Oh, I love it, and I want it to come back in Monster Hunter. No. I don't think there's any saving the Magnet Spike in any real way. I don't know. I mean, sure, you could completely change the weapon in some ways, and maybe it would work. I mean, hunting horns been rebalanced many times, maybe more so than any other weapon, and they're still reworking on it. I mean, look, new weapons are cool because it's like, it's a way to play something that will definitely have a completely different play style than what we have available to us. And I think that's neat. I think that would be a neat thing to have a new weapon, or even a weapon that was released and then reworked or whatever. But, you know, at the same time, you look at, like, Monster Hunter World and how they really struggled to create, like, unique weapon models that looked good for everything. Longsword is on its way to becoming mainline Magnet Spike. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you already got Longsword. If you can't beat the game with Longsword, then you're lost, of course. They ran out of time for weapon models? From what I can tell, they were working to try and create a modular weapon system. And they ended up either scrapping it for balance reasons or scrapping it in general. And then they just ended up using the modular weapons or whatever in the final game. I mean, they definitely did in a very big way in Iceborne. With like the weapons that let you switch around the nutsacks. There's a piece of guild card background that you unlock in Monster Hunter World that shows a bone weapon with like Rathalos pieces on it. It sounds good to eat today. Why not hot dog? I guess he's bad. Designs and world horrendous, but it fits the style. I mean, it makes sense that you're in a new world and you're cobbling things together even more so than usual. But it still, like, practically looks like that. Yeah, I would be fine with it if it just, like, built up more over time. The Smithian world has no education. Is a smithy and was hired on a whim. Is that actually true? Does he talk about that? It does explain a lot. I'm gonna go with that either way. That's now my canon. No matter what the real canon is. I mean, realistically, you know, many of the ships that crossed over got messed up by Zora. And people died. Like, it's very possible, like, the Smith died on the way over to the New World and they just had to, like, get somebody. No, you're limping. Don't you run. I feel kind of bad for him. If I could scrap a weapon, buff a weapon, and nerf a weapon, what would you choose? I don't know that any weapons need to be nerfed or scrapped. In Rise, Gunlance needs a little help. Well, that's swearing level 2, Ed. You know, bowguns have never been balanced. They're broken now, but they've always been broken. So that's just the way it is. Lance has to be scrapped. No matter what you do to Lance, people find it boring. So if by scrap we could say rework it, I would be okay with Lance getting a rework. Change the counter to instant guard. So it's all just like very quick guard points. Rather than like super safe counters, and then people might think it's cool again. Flame Aura? Do I care? Lance God, Magnet Spike, New Pest. Great. Glaive is fine. Glaive does not need to be buffed. Dual shields instead of a lance and a shield, I'm kind of into it. You want Lance to have more feedback on landing hits? That's an issue with a lot of weapons in Rise and Sunbreak. Lance is definitely not underpowered. It's really strong, actually, but nobody wants to play it because nobody wants to do the slaps or the spiral thrust. What else is available? I know we got Sandberry off. I might need to do that Azure quest. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I gotta do this quest. Hit the lance if you're done with Hunting Horn. You do something about the final poke being longer. Can you add the triple poke back? I know people hated it, but maybe there's a way to make it good now. Triple poke, but good. Oh, I forgot to eat. Oops. It felt terrible in Generations. I'm just saying, there's probably a way to add it so that it feels good. I'm enjoying Hammer and Rise, but people don't like it. People just don't like spamming the, Impact Crater. That's all. I mean, Elemental Lance is okay on certain matchups. I know everybody calls me Mr. Copelet when I say that, but it's fine. Well, your positioning with Longsword used to really matter. That's true. And it was very interesting when that did matter. I don't know if I need this, but I'm using it anyway. Back in my day, we had to wait for certain seasons to hunt a monster. Brother, to beat the game, you have to wait for a certain season and a certain day, time of day. So, get started. No, Elemental Lance is actually good. What's he doing? Why is he leaving? In what game is it good? Rise. I mean, in 3U, if you actually go, like, was it Black Diablos Lance with Awaken, that's actually disgusting. You get, like, something like 50 slime or something. Why is he exhausted so quickly? I only hit him, like, 3 times. I guess. I don't feel like I need to break his wings. I don't think Element should always be optimal. There should be some monsters that are weak to Poison or Blast or just Rock. I agree with that. I don't think it should be like you have to use Element all the time to be ideal, because then you don't have a reason to make Poison or Blast or Raw weapons. There should be situations for all of those. Emulated? This is emulated. Sepcheck looks cool. He's a fun fight, man. The real, yeah, the console has really bad performance issues. Like, it's still very playable, but it's not going to look as good or run as well. And Emily Mountain for you. There's been a lot of guides posted. Oh, I can't believe I evaded that! The Golden God. I have a very hipster setup that most people, I don't think, would want to go through the effort of doing. I'm not saying that I won't teach it to you. I'm just saying you have to ask yourself if you want to go through that much effort. It's worth it, though. What is this Renopolis doing? Get out of the way. I can't really even get to his head right now, so I guess I'm just going to kind of work on that. Wish your AMD GPU could run for you. I've always been very suspect of AMD GPUs. Some of my first GPUs were AMD and they always gave me problems. I've never had issues with NVIDIA. It's a shame because like it'd be nice for there to be two like real competitive things. I gotta check out about these chipmunks, man. They're going crazy outside. Sunbreak will let you customize UI size. Like most things, they will probably get an opportunity to notice what was done in the modding scene. For real, bro, they're like tweaking out. They're outside my house and they're like losing their mind. One of them sits on the steps like he's some sort of like a sentry. I am definitely not their god. Large ball chipmunk god? Is this how you refer to somebody that you're asking for help for emulation? Cool it, guys? I see how it is. Oh, my face. I don't think I ever got my rebate for my 970, though. Just looking at them, you wouldn't think chipmunks have tails. But they do. They do have tails. Did I say that was wrong? You calling me bald now? Uh-oh. Let's see how. I might be bald as I'm not covered in fur. This sounds like a pretty decent backpedal right now. Keep backpedaling and keep groveling. Friend up pork was white meat? I mean, that was a good advertising campaign. ear hurt. I'm glad I hurt your feelings. No, I mean, they were trying to get people to eat. The pork farmers wanted people to start eating more pork instead of chicken. When the ads circulate, it's like the 90s? It might have been in the 2000s. Sometimes I'll get pork loin. I don't really like it, but it's like one of the few meats that actually like regularly goes on sale. I do not like pork chops. Bacon is good. Pork belly is good.
So tasty.
Don't run. Maybe I could like try and bomb this one. Ever had cracklins? I've got an enormous tub of pork rind. Kind of like that. I don't know why in the tub for the pork rinds, they're like, this is not a significant source of protein. But like, why not? It says it's got protein. Can the body not metabolize the protein that's found in pork rinds? I think I gotta go this way. How do you sharpen a hunting horn? Don't. You're gonna get a lot of bad jokes if you say that. You're really gonna get heart. I don't think you'll get heart attacks eating pork rinds. I mean, I guess if they're the only thing you ate. But dietary cholesterol is not the same thing as like other types of cholesterol. Probably better off eating pork rinds than you are eating like non-stop loaves of white bread. Monster anime where people get decked by a great Jagras. I think the only anime we've ever had was the Monster Hunter Stories anime. I don't know if it was made for children. It looked like it was made for children. It's kind of interesting when you think about it. Like, Monster Hunter is like one of the more difficult, hardcore video games that exist. And there's this attempt to bring it in line with kids. I'm not saying anything bad about Monster Hunter Stories. Because that's a good game too. I just don't know that it's like a very good goal to try and get kids to be into it. The thing you don't like about monster games is the fact that the hit indicators suck. What do you mean? The only ones that suck are the censored US ones. You play the Japanese versions, they're all spraying blood whenever you hit a good spot. How far did you make it, 16, in the anime? That was pretty fast. That was under 15 minutes. With one cart. There's an anime? I mean, don't get excited. It's like, okay, don't get excited. Is it pretty much a straight retelling of the video game, or do they end up like going on like different adventures? Try to watch the English and it's really bad. I didn't know it got a dub. Which version of Barioth is this? This is Sand Barioth. And Desert version of Barioth. I think this is the only game he's in. You might be able to like trade for his parts in 4U, but I don't think you could fight him. Looks like a much easier fight than regular Barioth. The hardest Barioth fight... I don't know, Barioth has had some pretty rough versions. His Tri version has some moves that he lost. His GU version is actually really well designed. He's pretty tough in GU. And obviously his World/Iceborne version is also pretty tough. Frostfang? Frostfang's... I don't know if you can compare Frostfang to anything. Frostfang is the easiest Barioth. As long as you don't stand in his crystals, you're gonna be okay. Watch about 30 episodes? That's a lot. That's like a whole season of like another anime. That's like 2 whole seasons of some anime. Thank you. Thank you for your service. I mean, was it good? I mean, I guess if you really like the Monsties. How have I been, Shep? I've been pretty good. We've got a new Monster Hunter game coming out in 1 month. I'm pretty happy about it. Even though the only thing people want to talk about is Monster Hunter 6. Don't even care about Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. I'm looking forward to Sunbreak. How are you? Let's see what we can eat. We are almost done with Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. That's neat, I guess. Can we look forward to both? Yeah, I give you permission. You can look forward to both. So you have, like, flash bombs? I might trade for those. I don't know why I even care. Whatever. Well, next semester also start of Gen 6. Yeah, I mean, it's going to start with a low rank and a high rank. You can count on that. You're excited for Sunbreak, but you avoid talking about it because anytime it's mentioned, the complainers comes out of the woodwork. This is a Sunbreak safe zone. Praying for a day where Charge Blade gets reverted to the world version. I say this not as an insult to you, but as a wide criticism in general. If you don't like Charge Blade in Rise, It's a skill issue. Now, I will say they could be a little bit better about the files landing. But that's not a great way to play the weapon anyways. I'm sorry, it's true. Everything else is fine. Yeah. I love the Rise Charge Blade. And it took a while. You know, you can look and see my first fights with Rise Charge Blade. File hitboxes make you cry. Just use the Savage Axe. That's what it's there for. SAED style is bait. Don't take the bait. No, I mean the files are screwed up, bro. I'm not gonna argue with you. Element is good. Element is good. You're all gonna be like on the ground, okay? Staring up at me like pathetic little worms asking for my elemental knowledge. It's gonna be in 30 days. It's gonna be glorious. You'll see. You'll all see. I want to make a Savage Axe build, but I go Narga, Charge Blade, Crit Boost. If you could only make one, Narga's actually kind of nice as a Savage Axe build because you can still do like a little bit of SAED. It's not the strongest, but you occasionally get opportunities where it makes sense. And that's kind of cool. Is an element kind of useless on slower weapons like Greatsword and Hammer? It is 100% useless on the Hammer. 100,000,000% useless on Hammer. But elemental charge blades are good. Shadhorn speedrun 1 for Rise. It's actually a pretty good weapon in Rise for speedrun. Why is he doing it twice? As someone who's always believed in you when you added me to the list the one time because I can't remember, can I have elemental knowledge? Imagine thinking you'd be taken off the list. Jesus Christ. I think he'll go away. He's exhausted. I love the place that Charge Blade is in Rise, and I really look forward to seeing what it's like with Fuji. What just happened? That's crazy. Crafting must have got him. Holding me to go into this quest without any like antidotes. It wasn't for spoilers? Oh, it must have been a personality issue. Not sure which one's better or worse. Don't! Does he eat in here? Poison on fire? I could have had a Giggy stuck to me as well, I guess. That could have been worse. Is it too late to get a Monster Hunter World? In what way? Like, are you gonna find full rooms of people doing Safi and Kolv? No. But I mean, you could still play the game. There's still plenty of people to play it with. It's still a really fun game. It's gonna be a classic forever. What? Why? You are flashed. When does Monster Hunter Dating Sim come out? I mean, Dead by Daylight got one, so it's only a matter of time. Do you think they'll add relationships in the next Monster Hunter game? I mean, you're gonna get partners and stuff and stuff. This is a nightmare. Oh, Jesus. She hasn't seen me yet. Want to do Siege just hacking an OP weapon solo? What? I mean, look, I'm going to be real with you. As somebody who has done Safi solo, it's not worth it. But also, it's not worth it. You can find 4 people to use Safi. If you really want. There's people out there. Just broke through her body. Should have probably brought some dung bombs. Yeah, that's a skill issue right there.
No. So tasty.
That one, Azure Rathalos attack did a lot of damage. There's still 10,000 people in Monster Hunter World on Steam? That's crazy. What are you even missing? You don't have 16 people doing Safi? More rewards? You get more rolls at weapons when you get a better rating. But I mean, whatever. It's not the end of the world. Depends how many weapons you play. If you're trying to like catch them all, it's gonna take a while. If you only can play one weapon, not that bad. I don't know how I feel about a solo mod for Safi, but honestly, like, you have to play with other people to get any sort of real progress. I mean, you'd have to be really into CVT otherwise. I mean, on PlayStation 4, we've seen people with the Horizon light bowgun solo clear it. But that's with light bowgun. The issue is, like, if you're trying to, like, get the armor set, getting the wings can be a big challenge. Nice shirt, thank you. It's from my favorite shut down, defunct Battle Royale game, Nicole. Stop it! Do it the doubles! Such a butthole. Oh, we got one more flash bomb. This Rathian's seriously gonna kill us. Game's definitely still super popular in Japan. I mean, there's a lot of people coming back to Rise right now to get their saves optimized for Sunbreak. Does he not sleep here? Oh, there he is. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Alright. Very good. I think we're going to get Frostcraft back. If not on Sunbreak right away, Funniest of Funny, we'll see Velkhana come back in a title update. It's too good for them not to give it to us. Carrot, can I just tell you how upset I was? Like, almost any other weapon other than bowguns, and I would have been happy. But when it told me longsword, like, I was actually kind of mauled. It's like, who the hell do you think you are? You don't know me. Some crazy win. If they bring back Nergy Dante, they probably will. Either in the release or in a title update. You got dual blades? It's fine. Switch axe may be ideal. You gonna do a world in speedrun format? Well, I'm not gonna use Defender and Guardian gear. I'm also not gonna use Slinger bursts. So, I guess the answer is no. Am I gonna rush through the game? Yeah. But I'm not gonna put a timer on. I'm not gonna be going for a world record. I like a lot of things about Iceborne. I did not like what it ultimately ended up making Iceborne speedruns like. The only weapon you could really do like a speedrun in and have it maybe be entertaining would be like, I guess, Insect Lair. Slinger burst mean wall bangs? Wall bangs are flinch shots. You can do world with Iceborne installed. I mean, I'm not going to pull out my Xbox One and run it off of the DVD. As cool as that would be. No, I mean, there's credits at the end of Iceborne. Like, we gotta keep going. Do you like Clutch Claw and Iceborne? Certain weapons did a good job with it. In general, no. But I've come to appreciate it in certain instances. Its biggest transgression is what it allowed Switch Axe to do. There's a checkbox in Steam where you can disable Iceborne, then things would just claw stagger. I don't know, maybe I've never tried to disable Iceborne. How was it on Gunlance? It added more things to the laundry list of things that Gunlance wants to do, which was a little sad. It was seriously CBT for Gunlance on Iceborne launch, because you had to tenderize the head twice, insert the butt plug, and then you could start fighting. But like every 90 seconds you had to redo the double tenderize into butt plug. You had to load the butt plug too. Hammer feels great with the clutch. There's no problem there. Why Glaive make for an interesting run? Because there's no slinger bursts. Most weapons have slinger bursts. Do I have +1 evasion? Yeah. Did I do Glaive last run though? Well, I'm not planning on using Glaive. The question was, is there going to do a speed run? I like the bow in World. I like it better than the Rise bow. Woo! Bow run isn't that real. Can I show off my sight after this? Sure. It's not that complicated. I mean, there's no layers, so you can already kind of get a sense for what it is. Mighty Bow being accessible through a deco is stupid. I mean, it's technically available through other sets, just none that you would ever want to actually use. They gave you the ability to meld for it, so I don't know. Final patch Iceborne fixed a lot of issues. Any complaints you could have had. Roar is just like a little bit longer, so maybe it comes out a little bit later. I don't know what's going on. Being accessible through a single armor piece and Rise seems worse. It's actually fine. It's a balancing mechanic, I promise you. Bow does not suffer the taps. It can do without the head. It can absolutely do that. Like this. Maybe if I I mean, you have to remember, like, there's still people out there that want to play bow that are going to be playing it in low rank. So it's not like you just, like, magically change the motion values so that the weapon feels fine from low rank into high rank into G rank. That's why you have to start taking away armor pieces, essentially. Also, not everybody's even going to be good at the game. You know, how do you balance the game? Do you balance the game for, like, the best of the, like, people that play Monster Hunter as, like, the most played title? Or do you balance it for, like, you know, the 6 to 8 million people that will pick it up, goof around with their friends until they get to the end monster, make a Narga weapon, and then never play it again? There's not really a right or a wrong answer, but there has to be considerations along the way. They should give Longsword a Spirit Up skill to unlock Red Gauge. Unironically, though, not a bad idea. Yeah. Yeah, get rid of their helm piece. Make it 3 points. Make Spirit Up a 3-point skill. I mean, the weapon would still be fine. It wouldn't be as powerful, though. One, two, three, four? We're getting pretty close. Guys, I kind of want to eat a hot dog. So I think I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go throw a hot dog in. Can I kill any of these things in 10 minutes? Chili dog? It's gonna have sweet relish on it. Maybe Glack Nactor. I'll be right back once I get my rewards. Yeah, no, we're gonna glizzy it up. I only have one. If I make 2, I have to eat 1 on a piece of bread, and people are gonna laugh at me. I might shatter the illusion of my enormous wealth. I'm gonna go do that.
Not.
I'm gonna try something, but it might end up being like mega cursed, so I guess we'll find out. Sack of McChickens? I usually just get the plain cheeseburger because I'm cheap as hell. Glizzy Gaming? When you see it, you might... It might start making you questioning things in your personal life. Well, I'm just gonna say, I'm not taking responsibility for what you're about to say. McDouble's the move? No way. Plain hamburgers. McDouble's like $2.89. I can get 2 hamburgers. I can get a hamburger for $1. So that's like a lot more. I can get 3 burgers for your McDouble. Maybe I'm not rich? Is it window time? Why am I? Oh, I want to talk to you. What am I doing? You don't get rich by spending all of your money. You have to save it. McChicken is $1.70 here. That's actually cheaper than where I am. With cheese, I got cheese at home. I buy the single hamburgers and then I cheese them up when I get home. Yeah. No, I do that. And I eat them with beans. You own a house, just get the cheeseburger? I could do something else with that money. I don't want to give it to McDonald's, charging me like 50 cents for a slice of cheese or however much it is. Your mom would buy a double cheeseburger and put them on 2 separate buns for you and your brother? I like that. I like that a lot. When you're posting your Morbius review on YouTube, I genuinely had an idea about a character analysis in Morbius. I kind of want to do an analysis on Milo, Lucian Milo Morbius. He doesn't really do anything bad. Really. Wanna watch Morbius, but you hate the actors so much? Jared Leto's a little strange. A Star Wars fan? The last movie I saw was it Revenge of the Sith? A fan edit of Revenge of the Sith. I saw The Force Awakens in the theaters, and I'm like, oh, this is neat, but I feel like I've seen this movie before. You know what I mean? I feel like I've seen this. Fan edit? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really make it like a great movie, but I guess it got rid of a lot of the weird child, like, goofy CGI stuff. I mean, I like Star Wars in theory. I like the Star Wars expanded. When's the last time you got a hamburger for $1? 2 or 3 weeks ago. Could be like a different franchise, charges slightly different. Obi-Wan is out now? Oh, really? I didn't know. Is that a series or is that a movie? I mean, it's the issue is most times when there's a Star Wars movie, they're very scared to get away from a storyline of person, space wizard with a laser sword does something. You know? And so, like, you gotta... Rarely do they stray away from that. Sometimes they do a little bit. What's wrong with that? Well, I mean, I guess nothing on the surface level is wrong with that. But, like, what is your space wizard with a laser sword doing? Where's the character development? Where's the tension? Where's the challenge that they have to overcome that isn't just like, I'm going to shoot a laser beam or throw my laser sword at the bad guy? That was a bit of an issue with a lot of the prequel trilogy. And I can't even say much about the modern movies, really. But they're like, well, we'll throw some cool lightsaber fight scenes in, and that'll make Star Wars fans happy. Oh, look, I'm not criticizing the father-son dynamic between Luke and Darth Vader at all, because that's a story that goes places and has stakes, and Luke has to confront those things. Yeah, no, that's an example of good storytelling. I don't know. When I saw the trailer for The Force Awakens, I was under the impression that Finn was going to have the story of being, you know, somebody who used to serve the Empire and was going to have to deal with his life and crimes of being in the Empire and overcome that to become like a cool Jedi. And that didn't work out. And I'm not saying that, like, Daisy Ridley character couldn't be good, but it just felt like she got everything handed to her. Like, she was just, like, magically powerful. And, like, again, like, I wouldn't mind, but it never felt like she really had to, like, work for it. Or that her challenges were particularly, like, real. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. And if I am, I will accept full criticism for that. You know, I really like. I mean, the imagery from is the actor, is it John Boyega? The imagery from what you saw in a lot of the trailer really made, like, it was really interesting. You know, like the first half of the movie is pretty much about him. It's like him escaping like the Empire ship after seeing some really messed up stuff. He lands on a planet. He gets a cool jacket. You know, he's learning a lot about the world and overcoming challenges. And then, like, the second half, Rey just takes over everything. Her challenges were the mental struggle of knowing her lineage, but, like, she doesn't even, like, really know it until, like, we're going to stay away from spoilers, but, like, until the third movie, allegedly, right? In the trilogy, she didn't even, like, know anything. She spent the first two movies being like, am I Luke's daughter or something? Maybe? I don't know. If she was just, like, a normal person that had to work really hard with no training on becoming a Jedi, that would have been amazing. That would have been really cool. I would have loved to see that. You know, if she just straight up got her ass destroyed by, what was that guy's name? Adam Driver's character in the first movie, and she's like, oh god, like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I need to get out of here because I'm gonna die. And the second movie was her actually training and failing, but then succeeding a little bit, and then in the final movie, actually, like, succeeded. It'd be great. But it felt like she just kept winning. Like, just like, it was like non-stop home runs out of the park over and over again. Hold on. Garrett, hold on. Don't clip that out of context. I don't mean destroy ass in that way. I just mean, like, get, you know, like, lose. So in the fan edit, like, I have to be clear. I've not really seen the second movie. The fan edit basically cut Poe's characters out entirely. And I was just, like, really confused because there was just this woman on the ship that was lying to everyone and making everyone real mad and then just does something almost completely nonsensical. Yeah, I mean, you should lose sometimes. And when you lose, it gives you better stakes than when you win. Could have lost a hand in part 7 or part 8 or hell, part 9. Losing for Poe was a bad story that didn't matter. Well, it just didn't really... It didn't make sense. Look at me, I lose at Monster Hunter a lot. It gives it stakes. You know? You're like, wow, maybe this loss will mean something. Just throwing out non-stop bangers all the time, it might get boring. Yeah, you want an underdog story. It felt like Kylo Ren was the underdog. And the moment they tried to take the story into an interesting direction in the second movie, they completely, like, turned everything. Like, they were so close to having a good storyline, and then they just decided not to. Oops. Well, alright then. It's with movies and games. Lately, revenge is bad. I mean, revenge can be done okay. Not like it's universally... it's not, like, universally, like, not a good storyline. Yeah, I have heard The Mandalorian is good. Gotta watch the Monster Hunter movie? Which one? The one directed by Paul W.S. Anderson? Or the one I mentioned? Yeah, I mean, you know, the first one was okay, you know, for, like, a movie that... rebooting a franchise. Like, I'll forgive the first movie in a way that, you know, you want to play it safe. Revenge plotline's way better in Korean movies. Yeah, K movies get it pretty good. A lot of time. Oh no. Why are you in here? He might leave. He might need to eat. Where are you going? You still here? Who's eating over there? shave your neck beard, Boba Fett is great. Just have to not expect... I mean, I don't know. I can't see how it could be any worse than most other modern Star Wars fantasy/fiction. Like I said, I think there's a lot of really interesting stuff in the expanded universe. I don't know where that stands now, that Disney owns everything. I've heard the Clone Wars animated series is actually pretty good. Why won't this leave me alone there? Ranka, hello. Get on, Barra. You deserve that. Ow. Oh, shoot. Ah. Yeah. I'll get it this time.
So tasty.
That's a skill issue. I'll accept that. Pokemon Journey? What's that? That Pokemon Origins animation, like OVAs, those are pretty good. Eat the Bad Steak. Pokemon Origins was the old name it animated. I liked it though. It's my favorite Pokemon. I don't know if I have a favorite Pokemon. From my childhood? That's a big question. I mean, Bulbasaur is pretty cool, right? Does Pokemon have any new fans? Pikachu is like one of the most recognizable characters to children around like the entire world. Like, I think in the top 10 recognizable like mascots, Pikachu is like way up there. Interestingly enough, Goku. Very popular around the world. Name your kid Pikachu? Goku is very popular in life. He loves Kirby? Kirby's dope. Nina Fena's niece is not going to get into or understand, like, the eldritch horror of Kirby. Okay? I don't think you have to worry about that. He's gonna kill me. That was cool. Nephew likes Fortnite? Is it finally winding down? Who does like Fortnite? Who's the primary demographic? The game's still very popular. Right? Five Nights at Freddy Laura's baby stuff? I don't know. Kind of helped build Matt Pat's empire. Guy probably owes his house and his vehicles and paying off all of his debt and massive savings and investments to Five Nights at Freddy. Running a lore and coming just fine. Interesting. Like, how much money do you think Matt Pat made from Five Nights at Freddy's? Probably millions. If you consider the expanded Matt Pat universe. Is Pro Transporter and Rise? Is that on the Kulu arms? I think Fortnite got a boost in popularity after they added the new mode where the main hook that made Fortnite unique is gone. What did they add? None of that compares to the lore your niece makes for her OCs and Roblox. Roblox is where the big money is now, I think. There was this one company that decided to 100% go into making Roblox game modes. It was still profitable. Making millions from a series he loves? He's just like me? I have not made millions. I don't know that it will ever make millions. Maybe someday. Alright guys, I'm eating some dogs. I want you to check this out, alright? Some of you might say it's impossible, but I think it is. You can do Fortnite without building? Interesting. Gotta give you all a warning first. I'm a professional. Do not do this at home. All right, professional. 2 dogs, 1 bun. That is 2 dogs on 1 hamburger bun. It's my last hot dog bun, so I need to make it count. Why? Because I need my $5. It's even better than I thought. It tastes better than I thought it would. Can I get a closer camera angle? The bun is not holding up very well, guys. What did I put? Relish, sweet relish. You don't like hot dogs? I just haven't found the right hot dog. These are actually really good quality ones. I can really vouch for them. I think they're Cayenne hot dogs. Excellent. Turkey dog. These were beef and pork. All right, that's it. I did that glizzy pretty quick. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna like dog down so hard this weekend too. Eating a 2-wiener hot dog feels like something you'd see at a drag event. Sounds fun. Can't believe you're getting $30 an hour to watch a middle-aged man eat hot dogs. What? Hold on. What's middle-aged to you? Was the horny too much when I was eating that, or was I okay with it? I didn't really think of it as so much like a sexual experience as it was like a delicious experience. Virgo? You're not old? Someone's looking for that VIP. Hey! Let's... Hold on. Where's that sub, Superstar? Nobody gift that man. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this. I just want to make it like a little bit easier. Your mom is yelling at you? What did you say? She's yelling at you to pay me. Yell back and say, Mom, I need the credit card. I need to buy something on Twitch real quick. Can you do a Glizzy Gauntlet where you try one of every different brand of hot dogs you find in your local stores? Then I'd have to buy like the cheap ones and eat them, and I don't want to do that. And I'll be like, who's this mauling old man? And why do you owe him money? Ballpark's a good hot dog? They were okay. Am I doing every quest in every Monster Hunter game? We're getting the credits in every Monster Hunter game in 30 days. Every quest in every Monster Hunter game would take a year and a lot of planning, I think. Spent thousands on stocks. Oh, let's check. What do you guys think? You think Capcom's up today, or is it down? I'm thinking it's up. Every quest minus GU, how would that be? Way better. Oh, everything's up. Hey! Capcom stock is up. Nice. That's up 2%. Index fund has gone back up. That's nice. The losses are almost gone on the indexes. Happy to see that. You ever like hot dogs with stuff injected in them, like cheese stuffed hot dogs? I can't say I've ever tried. Flouting his wealth. I'm not flouting my wealth. Maybe a little bit. Go back to crashing? Why do you want it to crash? How many Capcom shares do I have? I'm almost up to 1,000. For the most part, I keep my stuff in indexes, but... When Blizzard Activision got bought up by Microsoft, I'm like, I need to start putting a lot of money into it. It's be nice having a positive bank account. It's okay. I'd like to get up to 10,000 Capcom shares. I would actually be really happy about that. Why wouldn't I want it to crash? Honestly, you're right. It feels better in the short term when money goes up, but it's actually better if it goes down, so you can keep putting more money into it. Probably should have done that. $140,000 in Capcom. I do not have that much money. But there's people out there that spend all sorts of money on things. There's people out there, people you know, that have purchased, like, you know, flatbed trucks when they don't need one, just because they want to have a truck. High concentration, it is absolutely high concentration, and I should not do it. But whatever. I want Ryozo to notice me. People are spending $50,000 on a car. I can have a little fun with literally buying an investment. $140,000 won't do it then. How much do you think it would take realistically for Ryozo to like notice me and like call me on the phone as like a valued investment? Be gentle. Some people buy yachts. I will never be wealthy enough to own a yacht. I'd have to reach 2% stakeholder. What's the market cap right now? What if I was 1%? What if I just had 1% of capitalism? Let's say it was my life goal, and that's like what I needed to do. $100 million? It's probably like at least 100 million. $9 billion? $9 billion? Call it 10 billion US dollars? So what is it? 1 billion. I gotta be like Saudi oil prince wealthy. Sounds like a sub goal. But dude, make Twitch a lot of money. I'm not getting it. You sub goal. I mean, I'm pretty sure eventually, like, I'm probably already allowed to go to the stockholder meeting. Tell them about Element. I'm not gonna get up their ass about balancing Element, but I would like to see the older games remastered. That's really what I want. If I had one goal. Oh, this is not The question isn't getting into the stockholder meeting, it's being allowed to ask a question. And he is wiggly. I like him better when he's exhausted. Those companies have online portals for that. What would I ask? I would just say, like, with the success of Monster Hunter as a franchise, even though so many other titles within the catalog, Capcom's catalog, have gotten remasters and re-releases, we've seen almost none for Monster Hunter, and why that is. Can I have Rios' autograph? I've already gotten his autograph. I've seen him like a bunch of times. It's not like I need to see him. I mean, as we speak, they're organizing a tournament for like the classic Capcom Fighters collection. You know? But why did you spend time re-releasing a classic fighter collection when Street Fighter 6 and Street Fighter 5 are the plans for esports competition? Why did they spend time on one and not the other? Hypothetical, I know. I'm saying I'm prepared. Is my IQ 3000? IQ tests don't really test for much. Probably just tests your ability to do well on a test. Trying to call me out by the number of glizzies I take a week. I'll do a triple dog right then and there while maintaining eye contact the whole time. That dog's great alone. I mean, the official response is they just want to focus on new titles. And I kind of get it. You know, they've got a bunch of DLC they're trying to get people to buy. We double dogged earlier when Doug did it. I think we're getting a lot of KOs here. Eating a late lunch? 2 o'clock's not that late. I just literally just had some dogs. Are you going to buy your first ever suit? Make sure you've got a good tailor. I believe in you. Any sort of design you're going for? Color? Go to Tip Top Tailors. Do they have that in the US? I've never heard of them. Doesn't mean they don't exist. Joseph A. Bank, Brooks Brothers. I guess Men's Warehouse for like cheap stuff are the main suit providers here. Not that the Joseph A. Bank suits are the super highest of quality, but they're okay. Friend's wedding, it's going to be a warm brown. Seems nice. Can't drink a cool drink. Yeah, they're bougie. I mean, all of my suits are hand-tailored. Is that not normal? Coco, hello. I'm just gonna go in. If I die, I die. I mean, if you're comfortable hand sewing and stuff, that's probably okay, but it might be difficult to measure yourself. At least if you had somebody else help do the pinning and stuff, I think it would be fine. You won't know couches, but you had seats tailored? You know, I was good with hunting horn. Apparently, you didn't think I was very good at No Gigante either. I guess I should probably drink. Tailored suits are endeavors for the rich. You could, I mean, everybody could or should be able to afford one tailored suit. How many suits do I have? I don't know. Maybe like 5 or 6. I haven't checked. I haven't worn any in a long time. Wear one on stream when Sunbreak launches. I've worn suits on stream. Should I just capture him? Where is he? Oh, he's here. Nut suit count? I wasn't counting the nut suit, but I should. Capture, am I afraid? Fine. I'll kill him. Can you play Rise with me after this fight, if that's okay? What? I got a challenge, Frank. I gotta beat the game. I can't stop. I've got Black Diablos and the final monster to beat. Do Rise now? I don't want to. Alright, fine, I'll help Frank. Frank, you on PC? What are you on, Frank? If you're on PC, I can help you. If you're on Switch, you're dead to me. I'm sorry, you're dead to me. I'm not hooking you up the Switch. Chat's gonna turn on you in a second. Chat's gonna be like, it'll be like throwing like a bleeding goat into like a river filled with piranhas. Nope. Sorry, never mind. Can't help you there. Deserve to suffer. Everyone, it's like the funny part is everyone that was going to bat for Frank has now turned their backside in. 30 frames, 0 fun. Actually being mean to Frank? I mean, I don't want to be mean to Frank. Switch is the better gameplay experience? I don't know if I agree with that, but I mean, whatever. We're so close. We're like 2 quests away and then we'll be done. Oh, you know what? The gyro aim on the Switch is pretty cool. I'll give you that. There's actually, theoretically, no reason you couldn't get like a graphic enhancer for like the Switch, right? Like a special dock. I mean, external GPUs are a thing. Gosarog is actually a really fun fight, though. Oh, did I not play it? I think the Diablos will dig again. You'll help Frank too. Wow, everybody's hopping in to help. We're a community. Does the head even take good damage even when it's broken? I don't think so. So somebody dropped Shed Tweakers in the Slay the Spire stream? Was it Jorbs? He finished his challenge, didn't he? Life coaching stream. That's interesting. I've never mentioned life coach. There was some beef between life coach and Jorbs. He added another 105 in another 30 days. He's gonna keep going. I don't know if I could evade that with evade one. I turned on a life coach stream once, and I only watched it for like 2 minutes, and the entire time he was just sitting there yelling at his chat for not giving him better advice. And apparently he's played the game a lot, but it seemed like he didn't want to play the game. He wanted his chat to play it. Maybe I got him at a bad one. Take the rest of the day off. Thanks for the stream. Enjoy. Have a good long weekend. Yes. Apparently he's very into like min-maxing, optimizing like literally every play. I landed it! Oh my god, that's amazing. You gonna do some grilling this weekend so you're cleaning? Not easy to land the Sonic Waves. Jeez, am I kicking his ass? You're right. You're right. Yeah. Black Diablos is a female Diablos in breeding season. Roll the roar. I was reading that. I don't want to die. Kind of nice having the Sonic. Female Diablos and he is the Black Diablos. Yes. Breeding season. It's in breeding season. What set am I running? Roll it on with the alloy grease. I've got Maestro and Attack Up Large objective. We're gonna watch 2 Diablos bang. Frank the Tank is on Switch, guys. Reading stream when? It's gonna be 24-hour stream during the adpocalypse, so that'll be fun. Switch and PC do have different online servers, correct? There's no crossplay. It's not an uncapped subathon. No. 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 Well, you can subscribe if you don't want to see the ads. It's going to be 101 hours of nonstop streaming. With 7 minutes of ads per hour. Get ready for that. Starts next Wednesday. Oh, yeah. Why does everybody want to see the ads? Why do I keep doing this? My crimes against humanity were noticed by Twitch, and then they offered me a bunch of money to do it again, except maybe even worse. Are you going to start a new character? For what? All of these challenges involve a new character. Thing on Wednesday? I mean, the thing on Wednesday, I mean, it might end up being GU. And yes, there'll be a new character. Ideally, we'll be starting GU. That first stream. That's not going to be 24 hours of GU. I'm going to be doing other stuff. Might be some variety and stuff. streaming for 14 hours, it might be a lot of Monster Hunter to play. I kind of got to sandbag a little bit, though, because, like, we're going to finish 4U really soon. I guess we could just go into World for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. How many days do I have? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 3 days. 3 days to finish 4U. Figure something out. There's a herbivore. He's eating cactus. Mod freak. Go in Tetsukabra. Put up a single player only quest? What is going on? Have to go. Mom woke up super mad. What's she mad at? Did you do something? That makes me nervous. Imagine waking up angry. I might die here. She chose mercy. Oh, I'm dead. No, she decided to kill Cha-Cha instead. You don't know what you did? She's hot right now. Do you owe her $5? That'll get some people real mad. Seething. Your grandma gets mad at my streams? What do my streams ever do to her? How to relax. Jaggy, go away. I got scared. Just gonna eat this crappy rare steak. She had to watch 7 minutes of ads. Did I ruin her, Sling TV or something? Thing had to do with your dad's insulin? Did you take his insulin? What's that got to do with you? S ranking the arena quest is a lot of fun in Rise. Go get it. Go get it. Diabetes is not a light matter. It's been 20 minutes yet. I'm gonna kill this Diablos. Troll you so hard? I've never trolled once in my life. That's not true. There was one of those early versions of Chat Roulette that came out. I did some really unforgivable things on that service. It wasn't nice. It was not a nice thing that I did. I don't know if I've ever told that story before. It's really messed up. Like what? I never even showed up on the camera. I had some video editing skills. At that point, I'd done a little bit. And so I started, like the video started with these two college-age girls who had probably been drinking a little bit. And they were singing and typing on a keyboard and like drinking a little bit to the song Bottles in the Club. Like Bottles in the Club. Like, and that's the song. And so like I would play that for like, I don't know. I've told this before? Okay, I'm gonna tell it again. I'd play that for like maybe like 30 seconds. And like usually in that time, like they'd type to me, or they'd talk, and like the girl would go and type something on the keyboard, and like I would use that as an opportunity to type back. So it was like very convincing that it was really like an actual person. And then 30 seconds in, it would switch to a different video of a man. I mean, without any other way to describe it, goat-seeing himself. Pretty dramatically. Pretty dramatic goat-seeing. And so for the most part, you would just get a reaction. People would laugh or scream. Oh, he showed hole, right? And then they would just end the call. But like the best reaction I got was I got this other guy like in college. He's a college age guy. He's like in a college dorm room. And he was like, "Are you real?" And I typed back like, "Yeah, I'm real. Like we're real. We're typing. We're singing right now." And like he freaks out. He's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." He picks up the laptop. He's walking out of his room and going into another room as the Goatsy Man loop plays. So that part plays. He brings it to the other room. It's looped back to the beginning again. So it's just the girl singing and dancing again. And he's holding the laptop. And it's crazy. There's like 10 people crowded around this laptop that he's looking at. And then like they're chatting, like excited to see these other college girls like singing and dancing on screen. As they do this, as they start like getting ready to like ask another question, it switches over, and simultaneously they all go, "Ah!" And I see like he drops the laptop, and like I see the world spin, and it shuts down. Like the laptop turns off, the laptop breaks, and it's just like the call gets disconnected. I feel pretty bad if the laptop got destroyed. I feel a little bit bad about that. But after that, I couldn't do better than that. Is that an Omegle Store? I think it was Chat Roulette when I did it. It's Omegle now, I guess. I don't know. What year was this? What, you say it's your laptop? It was at some point in the early aughts. Early 2000s. No, early 2010s. maybe like 10 years ago. It was just like, I've never seen that many people in one dorm room before, let alone that many people in one dorm room crowded around one laptop. I would just spend like 1 or 2 hours just like cackling, like my little goblin cackle. It's bad. I'm a bad person. They cram that many guys in the dorm rooms on the regular now? Seriously? Like, how many people per dorm room? More than 2? In China, I saw them put 6 guys in a dorm room. That was crazy. They probably fit even more in there now. Pretty much ready to go. Girls in 6? That's too many people in one room. That's a lot. Was that a spider web? It was. Huh. Alright, well that means we can get a pitfall trap for when he's exhausted. Alright guys, final quest. Fun game. Really, really fun game. Do I just go booster? I'm just gonna go booster. No, G rank? You're only at G rank in world. That was Maldi today? It's been okay. I was worried he was sick, but he seems okay. Decide what weapon to use for 4U? 4U, we're doing longsword. Gen U, we're going to be doing charge blade. It's a little bit more balanced than 4U. I mean, everybody likes to play Charge Blade in 4U, and why wouldn't they? It's awesome in that game. It's really good. Pookie Pookie, hello? Yeah, hunting, probably the last of the hunting horn for the rest of this run. This challenge. Hunter's pretty good though. Ivory's got a lot of things you bounce on. That's use a good longsword through 4U. It's the one I was planning on using. You know, you can make a case to upgrade to Seregios, but by the time you even fight Seregios, I'm not even sure if it's worth switching. Triple dogging right now? I thought you had a weak gape. I'm proud of you. Don't choke. Congrats on the 45th birthday yesterday. Kiss my ass. I have a weed game? My gate pays my mortgage. How close am I to credits? Brother. my brother. Oh, too close. 15 minutes? Yeah, that's a good over-under. That attack's unpunishable. You can try and block the first hit and hope you get lucky and not get blasted by anything else. So definitely a lot easier with the shield. I'll say that much. It's actually really aggravating. I don't know if the head actually gets weaker if you break it. I don't think it does. You might be able to hit the very tip of the tail. Cut the tail. This actually wouldn't be the worst one to try and do it on. There's a food in the world that tastes better than a hot dog does to you? What do you got on those glizzies today? Just had 3 hot dogs? Man, it's really the hot dog season, isn't it? I mean, not that they ever really go out of season. And the exhaustion hits the ivory real hard, doesn't it? Don't. I actually really want a shark one, too. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue? I like Sweet Baby Ray's, but I don't know if I'd like them on hot dogs. I mean, just the sauce itself isn't really, like, thick enough, you know? Like, I like it a little bit of something. Do I put beans on your hot dog? I'll eat a chili dog for sure. I don't think I would just put, like, normal beans on there. I'm drooling now that I'm thinking about them beans, though. Onions are great. Caramelized onions even better. At the end, I don't know. Whoa! Whoa! Not a coward. Not a coward. Not afraid. Just redoing my songs. But I zone against the final boss? It's not a Dire Morales. If it was, I would bring Farcasters. Maybe I should just go for like 1 KO. I'm not gonna tweak out. I'm not gonna tweak out. Maybe I gotta stop tweaking and more morphing. Morbin? They're talking about the process through which you release your inner Morbius. It's demonstrated in the movie Morbius, featuring Dr. Michael Morbius, as he treats a rare disease in his blood by becoming a vampire and gives him more powers. Lead singer of 30 Seconds to Mars. True. You should morph. It's not a long movie. Spent your Prime on another channel?
Accidentally spend my Prime on another
Your
channel.
Prime subs are the most intimate because you only get one, and you have to go out of your way to push the button. They really are precious. You're never gonna watch that movie because the memes annoy you? I think it's a pretty silly meme, and I like it. I like it a lot. There's really... nobody's getting hurt in it, you know what I mean? Let's see. Let's see if we get this. Don't. Are you running away? Don't. Time you watch some movie is the best way to make me not watch it. It's fine. Don't watch Morbius reported. Full on reported. You lost PlayStation with your only copy of Monster Hunter Iceborne? That sucks. I'm assuming you do not have a gaming PC? Maybe someday Steam Decks will be available and actually affordable. You'll have the opportunity to play it again on PC. Matsu, hello? Good afternoon. I guess good morning. You're looking at me, don't instantly face it. Ooh, that was so close. This is a morb safe space. You can feel free to morb here. Turn up, good morning. Okay, I'm stunned. I just got mashed again. Can't evade through it all. Oh, so lucky. Ivor's pretty, and I do enjoy the fight better than normal with Beatrice. Exhausted again. Very weak to exhaustion. the limp. Oh, we're so weak. What are the chances Legicris is in Sunbreaker 6? He'll probably be in one of them. You know if they're adding Apex armor sets in Sunbreak? They haven't said. There's not a lot of details about changes to mechanics. A lot of changes to like the interface. But like actual in-game meta stuff. I think you need evasion +2 to evade that roar. No point in fighting Apexes. Yeah, I mean, you know, I go both ways in terms of like, it's okay to fight them for fun, but realistically, like, Monster Hunter has always been about doing some hard challenge and getting a reward out of it, you know? Something. A weapon or an armor, or hell, like, I would even go for, like, layered or maybe even decorations or whatever. Something unique to that monster. The nice thing about Hunting Horn is there's a lot of things I can do while I wait for him to go to sleep. Being real low on stamina. Not that I think it's going to really matter. How do I like water hunting? Doesn't really bother me, but at the same time, I don't know that it really adds a ton. How many beans did I eat this week? I didn't count each individual bean. I had beans in 3 different meals. Are you a real bot? That was a pretty good reaction time, wasn't it? It's a very advanced AI. Goth Mogolo. That's it. For you is a wrap. What is that, 3 days it took? Nice job. Thank you. Legit got an ad right when I killed? I can't stop the ad, but you know what? It'll be just in time for the credits. Consider using a timer to see how much time this stuff takes. I am using a timer. It's called 30 days. I mean, you can check your hours played afterwards. The experiment I did when I played a lot of ads, the moneymaker. We have the adpocalypse coming up soon. Next Wednesday. Consider doing it in 720 hours? That would be way easier. I wonder if this is where they got the idea of writing things. I wonder who did the voices for Cha-Cha and Kayemba. They really got into it. How come the hunters didn't bother saving Kayemba? He just ended up fighting in Dormboros on his own. Kayemba did not die. It's a good game. What is this list? Why does it need 500,000 points to leave? Just don't end up on it and you'll be fine. Look at those illustrated butt cheeks. I think we get to see some of the G-rank armors in this credits. That design is so good. G-rank Kuropeko. Oh my god. How come we don't have G-rank Kuropeko armor? Cha-Cha or Kayamba? I love them both. You don't need to have a preference. Malfestio doesn't deserve it. 8-4 is great. Interesting that Mark McDonald considers himself Cha-Cha. 8-4 is such a great studio. You don't get to see Pekko again for a while? When does he come back? 3U credits say that tri-events are a time loop from which we can never leave? It's revisionist history. It's swearing level 2. Swearing level 2, Nina Faith. Using Pekka right now in Stories 2, not canon. Well, it is canon, but I don't count it. Yo! G-Rank Royal Ludroth looks amazing. I can't wait to see that. Probably in Sunbreak we'll see it. Yeah, that should have been G Gobulia. I like these little illustrations too. No. Master Rank armor is going to be redesigned. There's no way there's going to be like 12 repeats in Master Rank from High Rank. No. I have faith. Suzuki will make it happen. That's a lot of work for him to do in, like... What do you have, like 15 months? Good guild girls in 3rd gen, for sure. Oh my god, that Barrioth G-Rank set. The Frostfang set looked kind of like that, right? I forgot how good these sets looked. G-Rank C Deus? Holy crap. Yeah. There was some similarity though, Nefudis. Not the same, but similar with Frostfang.
Not. Not. Not.
When's Magal coming back, though?
Not.
Am I good at Hunter, guys? How do you rank? How do you rate Frank?
Not. Not.
Dude, Konami puts the work in, doesn't he?
Not. Not. Not.
Can we get
Not.
any bananas redeem?
Not.
If I had to pick an
Not.
Elder Dragon and never return to the franchise, who would I banish? I mean, why wouldn't it be Kushala?
Not.
All right. Give me a second to get the next game set up. Lao. Fair enough. All right, I did some testing yesterday. Everything should work out okay. Would you ever want another siege monster like Lao in the future games? Why would you? If they did it well,